join me in welcoming Clover Moore.
Thank you, Sebastian, and good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming. I'd first of all like to acknowledge the original custodians of our land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present, and acknowledge the people of the 200 nationalities who live in our city, and especially tonight to acknowledge the GLBTI community. So, I've always supported business having the right to vote, and what I've heard from business is that they want stability, integrity, and results. While I've been Lord Mayor, we've had 6 Prime Ministers and 6 Premiers. Meanwhile, over a decade, my independent team has provided progressive, stable, inclusive and corruption-free governance, and our record is compelling. We've achieved a strong financial position with no debt. In the last 12 years, we've invested $1.2 billion in infrastructure and community facilities, completing 250 projects, including playgrounds, pools, libraries, theatres, childcare centres and community spaces. We've led action on climate change and supported our cultural and creative life of our city. We've worked to increase the supply of tourist accommodation, and visitor numbers have consistently grown. Since I became Lord Mayor, the city's economy has grown by 80%, or $50 billion. We've approved $26 billion worth of development, and there's an unprecedented $40 billion investment in private development expected over the next decade. We've become one of the fastest growing residential areas in New South Wales, and job growth is increasing at twice the rate for metropolitan Sydney. 200 new businesses have been created, leading to 50,000 new jobs. We've worked to broaden the city's economic base. We've always, as Marcus said, had a strong financial sector, and we've helped develop similarly strong clusters around education and research, creative industries and information, communication and technology. We've become the primary hub for tech startups in Australia. 64% of startups are here in our city, and our Tech Startup Action Plan encourages further growth. All our work has resulted in Sydney becoming one of the most livable cities in the world, a fact highlighted in global surveys. This is critical because the places where people want to live are also the places where they want to work and visit. Our work has made it easier for you to compete in the fierce global market for talent and tourism dollars. For the future, we have $1.8 billion budgeted for new projects and facilities over the next 10 years. Our new planning controls for Central Sydney will unlock 2.9 million square metres of floor space that could provide 100,000 jobs and 10,000 new dwellings, adding $21.2 billion to the city's economy. Addressing you tonight is of special significance for me. My first GLBTI community audience was a Sydney Gay Business Association dinner in 1982, shortly after I became a councillor, and I was called an alderman back then. And I came with Tim Wilson. Some of you might have known him. Throughout my public life, I've always recognised that the LGBTI community is much more than Oxford Street. As an elected representative, I've sought to work with you as a friend and a supporter, but have always respected your right to set your priorities and determine your destiny. I was guided by the community introducing legislation outlawing vilification of homosexuals and to allow same-sex couples to adopt children, both now law, of course. I supported your campaigns for equal age of consent, recognition of your relationships, and your fight against HIV and AIDS. In 2005, my team was responsible for Council adopting the first resolution supporting your priority issues, which led to the city's first LGBTI project coordinator. It continues to guide our work, and we continue to build on it as new issues and needs arise. We recognise the iconic and historic significance of Oxford Street and are committed to a permanent artwork at Taylor Square to celebrate the LGBTI community. We know there are different ideas for T2, including that it become an LGBTI museum. When we sought expressions of interest, we included a museum as a possible use, but no proposals were received. I support the establishment of an LGBTI museum, but I think it's critical that it's community-run and not council-run. Just imagine a Conservative city government with the power to change or censor exhibitions that the council was uncomfortable with. We've seen what a mess the major parties have made at federal level with the issue of marriage equality, a basic human rights issue. Labor failed to change the law when they're in power, and now the Liberal National Government, strong-armed by the far right, are imposing a costly and divisive plebiscite. Our independent team is strongly committed to working with you to achieve marriage equality. We've advocated strongly against the plebiscite, but if it goes ahead, we've already committed to a powerful yes campaign, including providing the Australian marriage equality with office space and a shop front. I'm proud that one of the most passionate, effective advocates, Professor Kerr Phelps, is a key member of our team. This is a critical election. I'm seeking re-election as Sydney's Lord Mayor with a strong and talented team to keep our city independent and progressive. There's only one guaranteed way of ensuring that, and that is by re-electing our team with an effective majority. Whatever the outcome, I am committed to continuing to work with the LGBTI community to help you achieve your priorities and realise your aspirations. Thank you.